Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Barcelona have just defeated Sevilla 2-1 away from home in the final match of the season. Time fucking flies, bro. It feels like just yesterday I was turning on my TV to watch Barca play Getafe in the first match of the season, and just like that, it's over. And just like that, Xavi Hernandez is no longer the Barcelona coach. That was his final match coaching Barcelona, which is crazy to think about. And today for me as a Barca fan was a bittersweet day. It was sweet because, I don't know about you guys, I'm glad this season is finally over. Barcelona in 2023-2024, for the most part, was really hard to watch. It just wasn't good at all. But I'll save my thoughts for the season as a whole for my video tomorrow doing my Barca end of the season review. But anyway, and it was also bitter because Xavi's leaving, and the way that he's leaving, it just leaves a bitter taste in my mouth, bro. Like, it just doesn't feel right. Again, you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of Xavi, and I'm actually really happy that Hansi Flick is coming in, and I cannot wait to see what he does next season with this team. But again, the way that Xavi left is just really, it just doesn't sit right with me because I just feel like we sent them out the wrong way. I'm not okay with it. But anyway, in terms of the game itself, the first half was a lot of the same old Barcelona. I mean, creating chances but can't convert and just being terrible in transition. For the first 15 minutes, Barca looked really sharp in my opinion. They were pressing Sevilla really high up the pitch, and the press was working really well. Sevilla could barely get out of their own half for the first like 10-15 minutes because Barca were pressing them so well, just cutting the passing lanes, suffocating their players when they received the ball. It was really nice. And honestly, Barca had a couple chances in those first 15 minutes. Lamine Yamal had that chance where Pedri went down the touchline, cut it in, and Lamine just couldn't finish it. It ricocheted off a Sevilla player. And then Barca got their goal. A great back heel from Pedri in that goal. Pedri today, by the way, was magnificent. Played the whole 90 minutes, which I'm super happy about. And that back heel to Cancelo was perfect. And Cancelo with the cross to Lewandowski, and Lewandowski with the great finish. That goal reminded me of the goal that Haaland scored last year in the UCL group stages against Dortmund. I don't know if you guys remember that goal. And funny enough, that was also an assist from Cancelo. But yeah, I was happy to see Cancelo get involved more in the attack today because he's been poor in attack for the past 2 months, and today he did a lot of good things going forward in my opinion. I was really encouraged by what I saw from him. Again, I still think we shouldn't bring him in for another season unless it's on loan for one more year from City. Definitely don't buy him permanently, but what I saw today really made me happy to see Cancelo basically go back to what he was when he first got to Barca, which is a very good player going forward, an attacking force. And Lewandowski, I mean, dude, he still has that in him. That was a great finish from him. If Lewo didn't finish that, Fermin was going to finish it anyway with a header. But that was a great finish from Lewandowski. And Lewo had a really good first half, in my opinion. He had a couple chances here and there. He also had that pass to Pedri with the header, the cross into the box. He cut it back to Pedri with that header, and then Pedri just, I mean, he heads it well. Just the Sevilla keeper made a great save. But that first half, bro, was really entertaining. It was super entertaining, end-to-end stuff. One of the most entertaining halves that I've seen Barca play this whole year. Again, we were creating chances, just couldn't convert. And then Sevilla come and get the goal because our midfield press was terrible. And it's like always, man, in transition. Every time Sevilla were in transition, we were exposed at the back. It just wasn't good enough. Again, the structure of this team, it's been poor the whole year defensively, and today was just like it just showcased it perfectly once again in the final game of the year. There's just not much of a defensive structure to this team, and again, in transition, we're getting caught out. And that's how they got their goal. And that goal, Christensen was out of position. Ter Stegen should be doing better there, in my opinion. I defend him, but today, he made a couple good saves. Don't get that wrong. People will not show you the good saves that Ter Stegen made today because he had a lot of good saves. But in that instance, he should be doing better. And Inigo Martinez just has a disaster class for that goal. It just wasn't good enough. And Koundé was just poor today too, man. Koundé had one of his worst games that I've ever seen him have in a Barca shirt. He just wasn't good, in my opinion. And yeah, I just think Barca in that first half, you know, Pedri should have had a hat-trick. He should have had a hat-trick, but you could argue also that Sevilla could have had 2 goals as well because I think both teams hit the post like 3 times in the first half. It was crazy. It was just end-to-end stuff. Fermin in that first half to me was amazing. Gundogan was fantastic today as well. And the second half came around and we looked a lot better. Obviously, Christensen came off for Romeo, which I was really skeptical about, but once Romeo came in, if you notice, in transition, they weren't really that threatening anymore. We were barely getting caught out on the counter. I mean, it happened every now and then, but not nearly as much as it was in the first half. Because in that first half, it seemed like every time Barca lost the ball, anywhere on the pitch, it was just like Sevilla had like 3 men forward and we had like 2 guys back. It was always a 3-on-2 or a 2-on-1. Like they were always outnumbering us in the counterattack. In the second half, it wasn't really like that. But still, if your first option off the bench, like for a pivot, is Romeo, you're not looking good. And especially because you're already playing a guy at the pivot who's not naturally a pivot in Christensen. So that's already, it's like we can see the issues with this team, like the way that it was built. Romeo coming off the bench as your only pivot replacement is just not a great sign. But again, I think Romeo did fairly well when he came in. And yeah, I think Lewandowski in that second half tailed off a lot. Lewandowski on the counter attack is just so infuriating to fucking watch, man. It's just Jesus, man, release the fucking ball. He had so many chances and he just doesn't release the ball. I don't know what the fuck he's waiting for. He had a chance, but like we were on the counter and he got the ball on the left-hand side and he just carried the ball all the way to the right-hand side. He could have passed it to Lamine Yamal like 10 seconds earlier. He just basically carried it and gave it to Lamine Yamal. Like, instead of passing it right away, he just wasted all that time for no reason. And that stuff pisses me off. Again, Lewandowski today was decent, got his goal, but it's just, it's on the counter, I mean, on the ball, he's just not great. I don't think he trusts his passing ability, honestly. That's the only explanation I have for it, because a guy, like, that guy, I mean, he's just, oh my God, it's really painful to watch at times watching him on the counter. Lamine today wasn't great, in my opinion, didn't have a great game. But again, I mean, he's been playing so many minutes. I was actually kind of pissed to see him today. He had no business playing today, by the way. Lamine Yamal had no business playing this game and starting this game. But still, you give him minutes and you give him that experience, I guess. And yeah, bro, in the second half, we just played a lot better. And then Fermin Lopez comes through once again. And Fermin Lopez has 11 goals this season, man. Quietly, by the way, because people don't talk about Fermin Lopez. Every time Arda Güler scores a goal, I gotta watch Real Madrid fans glaze the fuck out of him. But Barca fans, like, it feels like we barely talk about Fermin Lopez. And he's been one of our best players this whole year. And by the way, he barely starts for us. But he's so good. He's always making those third-man runs into the box. He's always in the right place at the right time. He's cutting the passing lanes. He's tracking back. He scored a great goal today. I mean, he's the real deal, man. And Barca's midfield depth for the foreseeable future is scary. I cannot wait to see what Hansi Flick does with a profile like Fermin Lopez, who's so good. Oh my God, bro. Like, all the talk about Barca getting an interior in the summer should go out the window. Give me Fermin Lopez. If you still want to bring in Xavi Simons, sure, he should not be your the first option to come off the bench over Fermin Lopez. He just shouldn't be. Because Fermin has proven that he could do a job there. And more than a job, he could be amazing. I love Fermin Lopez. I'm so glad he's on this team. So glad he's on this team. And obviously, we know that he has a love for Xavi, celebrating with Xavi, which made me really happy. Happy that the players are showing Xavi love, man. Because that's something that the board didn't do. They just kind of kicked him out in the worst way possible. And the fact that the players appreciated him and gave him a hug, it made me really happy, because the reason why Fermin has that confidence and feels like he can be a contributor on the first team like he has been throughout the whole season is because of Xavi, who instilled that trust in him. And for that, I thank Xavi. People think I just hate on Xavi all the time. I really don't, man. I thank Xavi for that. I thank Xavi for giving that confidence to Pau Cubarsí. I thank Xavi for giving that confidence to Lamine Yamal, to Pedri, to Gavi, to all these youngsters, apart from Vitor Roque, who's the only one who Xavi basically hates for no reason. But I don't know. Like, all those other guys from La Masia, Xavi has instilled that confidence in them, which I'm super happy about, and I'm really grateful about that. For that, sorry, not grateful, but I'm really grateful for that. And I thank Xavi, because he's instilled that foundation for the next manager, obviously Hansi Flick, to come in and just take it to another level. But yeah, man, the game in and of itself, again, Fermin scored that goal, and then Barca were pretty comfortable for the most part in the game after that. I feel like in the second half, Barca just looked a lot more comfortable on the ball. It just was a lot better. That first half, like I said, was just end-to-end stuff, just back and forth. But in the second half, once Romeu came in, funny enough, it kind of toned down. But yeah, man, I mean, Roque came in, Joao Felix came in, Ferran Torres came in, who else came in? Hector Ford came in. I think Hector Ford looked really good once he came in. Roque didn't do much today when he came in, but still, you know, like, he came in with 15 minutes to go. It's just, he's not going to do much with 15 minutes, but let's be honest here. Joao Felix, that might have been his last game in a Barca shirt, which, if it is, I'm really not that upset about that. And I thought he looked okay. I mean, he had a chance where he could have converted that goal and he missed it. Was actually a great save from the keeper, actually, but he didn't finish it. And Ferran Torres, the same thing as Joao Felix. That was his last game in a Barca shirt. I'm happy. I don't really care. People were saying in my Barca buy or sell, I said to keep Ferran and sell Joao. And people were like, how could you want to sell Joao and keep Ferran? I don't care, bro. Keep one or the other. I don't give a fuck. They're both mid. Both of them are too inconsistent, and they're not good enough to wear a Barca shirt, in my opinion. So that's just, like, again, I don't care about either of those guys. I'm not going to fight you for that. Again, Rafinha didn't play today, which I was really, like, I didn't understand why. Because, again, he's been one of your best players the entire year. Didn't come off the bench at all. But, again, Xavi wanted to try the four midfielders. And I think it worked well, man. And Fermin is just a guy who could just do a job for you, bro. He's a Swiss Army knife. And I'm really proud of Fermin Lopez and the way that he played. And I'm really happy with Fermin Lopez. I honestly am, bro. Pedri today, again, like I said, looked fantastic. Should have had a hat trick, like I mentioned. But, yeah, man, I mean, it's done. The season is over. I want to thank you guys, bro, for all the support that you guys have shown me this season. All of you guys watching my post-match reviews. I started doing my post-match reviews here on YouTube in January. And the way that this channel is growing, it's just, it's so amazing. And I want to thank you guys so much for that, man. From the bottom of my heart, truly, if you made it this far into the video, just know I'm thankful for every single one of you, man. If you're subscribed, if you're not subscribed, if you like the videos, if you don't like the videos, if you comment, if you don't comment, if you're just watching me right now, I just want you guys to know that I'm really thankful. And I appreciate you guys so much. And the fact that I can watch my team play and I can make a video and I can have people actually care about my opinion and what I have to say when it comes to Barcelona, it's a dream that I've always had, and the fact that you guys are helping me realize that dream. I just want you guys to know that forever I'm grateful for you guys, man. And I cannot wait to see what next season has in store. I cannot wait to see what Hansi Flick has in store. And yeah, man, I'm just super excited for the future of this team because, like I said, I think the foundation of this team is good. I think Barca have really, really good players. I think they have good young talent. I think a manager that's going to come in and just kind of instill those values in them and get them to play that never say quit, kind of like never put your head down, burn football, which I think Hansi Flick will do. It's just amazing because we see with Barca, man, we saw it again today. You score a goal and then you concede right away. It's never like Barca are just too inconsistent from minute to minute, half to half. It's just not good enough, bro. And like I said, that first half, it was just like the first 15 minutes you start off great, then all of a sudden you score that goal, you're looking like you're the dominant team, and then Sevilla just dominating you, like pounding you on the counterattack and pounding you on the counterattack. Wow, chill out. And just going at you on the counterattack. And it just, like, they could have scored. But then you also could have scored because you keep missing chances. So it was like, the first half was the perfect microcosm for Barca this whole year. You don't convert your chances, and you constantly get cut out in transition. So again, I think that's a failure of Xavi and the structure that he implements on this team. I think it has somewhat to do with personnel. But a lot of that is the way that the manager sets up the team. I'm sorry. But again, we're going to see something different next year with Hansi Flick. And we'll see how it goes, man. I'm excited to see what's going to happen next season. Again, if you guys want to tune in for my Barca season review that's going to come out tomorrow or Tuesday, definitely sometime early this week. So again, be on the lookout for that, man. And again, thank you guys so much for the support, man. And yeah, Barca 2023-2024 is over. Now we only have the UCL final to watch, and then, which I'm obviously going to be rooting for Dortmund in that game. And we have the Euros and the Copa America to come. So it's going to be a fun summer. I cannot wait. And yeah, until I won't be doing one of these until the preseason or maybe even August. I don't even know if I'll do these in the preseason because again it's preseason games. But actually, no, I actually am gonna do them because I want to talk about Hansi Flick in the first games like that Barca played with him as the coach. But yeah, the first official post-match review for next season will be obviously in August. Like, we won't see one until August. So again, bittersweet for me. Actually, no, mostly bitter. I love doing these videos. It's not sweet at all. But still, I'm just happy that the season's over. We can just put it behind us. Trophy of the season. Oh my God, I hope next season is different. But then, yeah, I've been yapping for too long. I love you guys, man. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.